Today's show is sponsored by the ABV Barrel Shop. The ABV Barrel Shop is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on one thing, single barrels. Best of all, you can try before you buy. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to sign up for their email and text distribution so you know what they have in stock, what classes are coming up, and who from the industry may be coming in to visit. The ABV Barrel Shop. It's where single barrels live. We are also sponsored by the Bar to Go. The Bar to Go offers traveling minibars that are no bigger than a small purse or toiletry bag. Best of all, they are fully customizable so you can create the perfect piece that is unique for you. If you own your own business, what a fun and unique way to promote what you do. Check them out online at thebar2go.com. That is the number 2 in the Bar to Go. If you have wholesale questions, call my friend Isabel Clark at 504-481-1297. Finally, we are sponsored by the Neely Family Distillery. NFD is a family-owned business that keeps ringing up awards in the spirits world. Head to Sparta, Kentucky to experience the family history, award-winning spirits, and meet the Neely family. Check them out online at neelyfamilydistillery.com. Now, on to the show.
Let's drink!
Welcome to the Bourbon Daily, the podcast about everything bourbon delivered to you every day of the week. Today on the show, we discuss things bourbon pros care about. My name is McNew. Please join me in welcoming my co-host, Steve Akeley, along with our special guests, Tim Swaya, Kathy Cole, and Vaughn Nieters.
Hey, gang, what's up?
Hey, guys.
Hey, so this is part 2. If you didn't listen to part 1, you should probably go back and listen to yesterday's show and hear our take on what amateurs are into, because today we're going to talk about what the pros are into, and we'll get to that after the break. For right now, Tim Swyatt said there's something you want to talk about. What is that, sir?
All right, so we're right on the edge of being the end of the NCAA tournament for men's and women's, and it comes to me that if you watch a lot of the tournament, every commercial break has the same commercials. There are 2 that I absolutely despise, and I wonder if you've seen these in rotation yet. First off is the Wendy's commercial with the 2 idiots that are hype guys hyping up the $1 for the Wendy's single cheeseburgers. And the other one is the Apple commercial with the guy trying to delete photos. And then it captions it like a guy who's sleeping, looks like he's dead, and he's telling him, "Don't let me go." It's really creepy.
I hate
commercials
that
or anything been buzzing, because the commercial game has been subpar during this time.
Okay.
Yeah. That Apple commercial can go fuck itself, because
Thank you.
not the dead guy. It's the old lady with the cake, and she.
Oh, that's a bad one too. Yes,
I hate her, and I don't know why she lives. She's probably somebody's grandma, and I fucking hate it. And Apple could have done better, and I also hate that commercial very much.
Okay.
I can't stand that one. Yeah, the dead guy gets me at the end.
He's fine. It's the grandma with the cake where she looks so serious.
The dead guy, in some circles, the dead guy's fine. It's the grandma. So
the
grandma that gets you.
Just depends on who you're hanging out with. Yeah.
Like the wedding photo of all of them singing in harmony and everything like that. One pisses me off too.
Don't let me go. I'm like, yeah, I know. I need to buy a new phone, but this is not so I need to buy a new phone.
And the dog at the end is ugly. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's an ugly dog.
The dog is not pretty at the end either. It's not a good look.
Yeah. I quit watching sports several years ago, so I haven't seen this. And again, I have nothing against NCAA basketball. If I had to watch any sport, that's a great sport, and I do like it. But I've decided that my time is better spent doing other things, so I don't watch any sports. So I haven't seen those commercials. They may be on other shows too, but I really don't watch TV. Even when I'm watching TV, that's just so I don't have to hear about what's going on in the world of accounting at Extra Lease Corporation. I just turn on our show, and then I just work on my computer, and I don't even hear the show anyway. But it stops.
Consider yourself lucky.
People from talking. Yeah, hearing about someone did a refund that they shouldn't have, or put something in the wrong column, and it's a whole thing. It's as exciting as that is.
This is a whole other small talk where I saw a meme that was like, your significant other's like coworkers as a reality show where you don't even know these people, but you're just like, Sharon did what? Jim did what?
Yeah.
Just characters,
it's like the warden just uses their first name. Like, I know these people. I don't know any of them. I don't know what they look like. I don't have any frame of reference. Nope. Sometimes there's people with the same name, and I don't even ask for clarification.
It's like, but Joni in purchasing can't enter data in a spreadsheet for shit.
Right.
So it's like,
Yeah, I'm like, huh. She's like, you know how those tax revenue people are. They're all worthless, right? Yeah, that department's worthless. They don't. Oh, yeah, of course, yes. Tax revenue people are always. No, I don't know anything about that.
And Chris works at a place like where people we went to high school works at, and he's just like, so and so. And I'm like, I have not thought of this person in 15 years. I don't know who their wife is. I don't know who their kids are. He's like, oh well. I'm like, babe, I don't know. That's a different world.
Different world, right? Wow. Yeah. What was our regular topic besides spousal jobs?
The question was the rotation of commercials right now is shit, and the two ones that really burn my grind my gears is the
Kathy,
Apple commercial and the Wendy's.
Do you know these commercials he's referring to?
I know the Apple commercial. I haven't been watching the NCAA because, sports. But right. I've been digging deep into the old series ER.
Oh, God.
And the commercial breaks will come up and they'll give you, what kind of commercial experience do you want to have? And they'll give you options. And I'll be like, I don't care because I'm not going to pay attention.
It's on fucking Hulu, and it pissed me the fuck off the other night because I'm like, why are you interrupting me, asking me questions? I paid to have you on my TV. Why are you interrupting my evening? I was furious. I threw the remote.
I think I'm done with all these subscription services. I'm about ready to just be done with all of them.
Aggressive commercial. I'm like,
I just want to watch YouTube.
They're all dumb.
I just want to watch Sarasota Tim and find out what the fuck's going on there. That's all I want to watch. I'm a simple man.
It was some old sitcom I was watching, and I'm like, just play it through. Stop asking me questions. I am here to not be asked questions right now. And it ruined my whole night. I was fucking pissed when that came up.
Goddamn, ruined my night.
None of them. I'm paying you. Don't even fucking.
I'm not buying your Dove secret crap anymore anyway.
I don't even have your insurance. Bye. Yeah. Get off my TV.
You should pay for the higher fee that gets you no commercials because I had like the lowest service possible on Hulu and I shared my password with Royce Neely back when you could share. Now I think they've put the lockdown on it.
No, you can still share Hulu.
I shared it with Royce Neely, and he got into there, and he buys all the premium subscriptions and all that. Oh. It's not his fucking dime. So there's no ads, and the premium upper service, and the 4K times 2.
You got live TV, yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah, got the live streaming going on. He's buys all these packages and shit. He punches in, he gets the HBO. He's buying all this shit with my money. I turned it off and changed my password, and then he calls me up, hey, the Hulu password's not working. What did you update it? And I'm like, yes. He's like, what is it? I'm like, I'm not telling you.
I'm not sharing. You bought it.
Yeah, he ruined it. He ruined it for me.
What commercial experience did you like? No, because I am lit on a Saturday night trying to enjoy my evening, trying to watch something uninterrupted. You're going to ask me a question on my TV? Get the fuck No. Bye. Stop. I'm done.
We'll say though, whatever the insurance company is, I think it's American. Whatever it is don't be like your parents. Those things are pretty good.
Those are funny.
They nailed those down.
Those are funny.
Those are funny.
I am fine if they air a commercial. I am not fine if they interrupt what I'm doing to ask me which one I liked. Get the fuck out. No, just air the dumb shit you're airing.
Why can't they ask you questions?
Because it stops what's happening. It stops the noise. Or I have to be like, oh shit, why is it quiet in here? And I have to pay attention. I'm not trying to pay attention. I just want you to be making noise in the background of my house. Stop interrupting.
What streaming service is asking you questions?
Hulu. Hulu does it every
time. Oh, you got to upgrade that shit. Mine doesn't ask me any questions.
Yeah. Give Royce your password. He'll fix it for you. He'll get you some premium services. Fuck yeah, he will.
Just make it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, sent me the gold-plated Hulu box.
Why is it $100 a month? It used to be $10. What is happening?
Yeah, exactly. Well, KK, I'll ask you Von Nieters. I needed to ask Von Nieters. Have you seen these commercials?
So, I've been watching actually a lot of the basketball, and sure. I just like watching sports in general. But no, I usually zone out during the commercials, so I don't know what you're talking about in either commercial. I have noticed, though, there was one commercial. I'm a big iPhone guy. I despise the Androids, but I noticed on one of the recent commercials.
I always wonder, are things going bad in your life? Why don't you have the iPhone? Is times tough out there? You You need,
yeah, I don't understand those people.
I don't understand.
Why would you buy a more complicated phone?
I married an Android guy, and like his phone takes better pictures of the moon than mine does, and that's upsetting.
Piece of shit.
I
had Android when I worked corporate life. For a while they wouldn't do the iPhones for a long time, and then they finally did. But you had a whole IT department. It was nothing to do but keep those phones fucking running.
No, they're insane.
Problems with them all the time. And then we got iPhones. No one ever had to use IT again. It was just like, oh, the shit works.
We can fix ourselves because we don't even have to fix anything.
My mom has an iPhone. She can't fucking work anything. She never has any problems with her iPhone. It's fine. She has an iPad. She knows that their stuff's intuitive. Even someone who's not.
You like to run with the masses. I get it. That's fine.
No.
But anyway, there's a commercial that you can take a picture on your phone and you can circle anything in the picture and it'll Google search that image and it'll tell you exactly what it is. Like there was for example, they had like a picture and in the background there's like some flowers and you circled the flowers and it told you exactly what species it was, what type of flower it was and stuff. I was like, that's pretty cool. I don't know.
Imagine we can do with turtles.
That piqued my interest.
No. So that's Android only? What is that? Is it?
It's Android only.
It was an Android commercial for like a Google phone, I guess.
Google AI.
So it's Android technology, or it's an app that you can use on there, which means it'll become an iPhone.
The phone. They were advertising the phone. I know what commercial you're talking about.
The Pixel.
Yeah, it was a phone advertisement, but it was Google.
Well, that stuff sounds fun. And you use it like 8 times when you get it, and you're all excited. And you're using it really when you show people. You're like, look at what my phone can do, and then you're showing them and doing that. And then once you get that newness wears off, you never fucking do it again. I'm done.
I'm never going to get one. So
right, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's not
you've
enough
got a job.
to sway me.
A bunch of the sheeple. That's it.
Yeah.
Or there is another good commercial that happens during NCAA football, and it's the Cheez-It commercial when they're all in the locker room.
I'm the cheesiest coach.
Cheese. Yeah, that's the best one. That's the best commercial.
I don't know how you missed this Wendy's commercial with the hype guys, the 2 idiots just humping around. Oh my god, it's annoying.
Sounds good.
Maybe I have seen it. It just annoys me so much that I've blocked it out.
You blocked it out.
He's blocked it out. He's blocked it out. Yeah.
Well, we know McNew is upset by having to ask questions on her TV now. So there you go, Hulu. Figure it out.
And my whole weekend.
Give him $5 more a month. You'll be fine.
Do you know what else McNew likes is when you send her the voice text. She loves that.
She loves voice text.
Immediately delete. I have no idea. You tell me you hate me. The girl doesn't think you should hate me. I don't know. I'm gonna go blissfully about my life because I don't listen to that bullshit. Send me a text.
Well, I used to send
those are annoying. Those are annoying.
I'm never going to listen to them.
Yeah.
Just give him $5 more a month, McNew. You can get the rest of it for free. It's fine.
Yeah, $5 more a month, and it's free.
It's free. Yeah, that's true. All right, it's time to drink. What is everyone drinking? Let's start with Tim Swyatt. What do you got there, man?
Just get me out of the way. I would call a very loved bottle of Penelope Toasted.
Penelope Toasted.
Nothing.
Heard the squeaks. Didn't hear any pop at all. So
nope, there was nothing there.
KK, what do you got? What do you got?
I got a bottle of Wollersheim bourbon single barrel.
Wollersheim. Okay. That's our lead. Wisconsin based. What do you got there, Von Nieters?
I have a single barrel of Smoke Wagon straight rye whiskey.
Okay.
Pay attention to how delayed the pop is, too.
That one was actually right.
You had it synced.
That one synced up.
You corrected it.
My soundboard was more on that one.
Yes.
Yeah. I think Kathy's still got the lead. I've got some Neely here, electric yellow rose. Yellow electric rose. I don't know what it is. Weak. Embarrassing.
Yankee Rose that would have won.
But I win?
No. McNew's got to go yet. I mean, you're close.
I have some Remus.
You won.
Oh.
You won.
That was sad. That's a brand new bottle. It was sad.
Cheers to Kathy.
Cheers.
Here's me.
Cheers.
All right. We're going to take a quick break. And then when we come back, we're going to be talking about things that pros care about. We'll do that in just a few. Okay, let's talk about the people that make these shows happen. First up is the Stave and Thief Society. Via their in-person class at Moonshine University in Louisville, Kentucky, the Stave and Thief Society is the place where you, a bourbon enthusiast, can expand your knowledge and emerge an executive bourbon steward. In 2017, I completed my executive bourbon steward certification. It's the most comprehensive bourbon certification available and connects you with an expansive network of bourbon enthusiasts and professionals. Check out the full listing of in-person and online certifications and join the society today by enrolling at staveandthief.com. Speaking of executive bourbon steward certification, the ABV Barrel Shop in St. Louis, Missouri has developed a unique partnership with the Stave and Thief Society to offer a preparatory class to assist you in getting your executive bourbon steward certification. This prep class costs only $25 and is available to take live or online via Zoom. Graduates of our class receive a coupon code good for 15% off your executive bourbon steward certification held in Louisville, Kentucky. This saves you almost $90. Additionally, you can collaborate with fellow attendees to split travel costs when you go to Louisville. If you're interested in signing up for the class, simply head over to abvbarrelshop.com and check out the classes and events page. Last but not least, we are sponsored by Neely Family Distillery. Royce Neely is the 11th generation distiller in one of America's oldest distilling families. A visit to Neely Family Distillery takes you through family history, where you can see all the artifacts and newspaper clippings through the years from this family that started distilling in America after James Neely arrived from Northern Ireland in 1740. Today, Royce Neely and his team are crafting some of the best spirits in America. Their bourbon and absinthe offerings keep winning top honors in the spirits competitions. Recently, their absinthe made history as the first platinum winner in the absinthe category at the San Francisco Spirits Competition. Neely Family Distillery is definitely a bucket list destination if you are a bourbon fan. Learn more about their spirit offerings, visiting their facility, and the awards they have collected over at NeelyFamilyDistillery.com.
This is Jeff Andresi from West Central Minnesota. You are listening to the ABV Network. This is the Bourbon Daily.
Welcome back to the Bourbon Daily. Today we're talking about things bourbon pros care about.
Yes, we are. Man, I'm drinking a good bourbon here.
That's
this is
what
from
I was thinking.
The Electric Rose. Damn, this is a good one. It's grainy up front. You taste the grain, and then it progresses to kind of breakfast cereal. Then it finishes off with a nice fruity taste. It's delicious.
Mash bill, Steve.
Yeah.
What's the mash bill? You know what? Pros don't care about that. That's a thing pros don't care about.
Yes.
They don't care about the mash bill.
Over.
Yes, they don't care.
So I think, Steve, pros care about who picked the barrel. Because, right, we all like barrel.
That's a good thing. Yes, that's a pro
who
thing.
Who picked it? Who was on that pick?
Yes.
It's important.
Yeah, I agree. That's a good one, McNew. I like that one.
That is a big
one that I was going to talk about, but it should be one that was talked about. That's a good one. Yeah.
That was a good one.
I
do like to know what their distilling operations are, meaning what kind of still are they using? Are they sweet mashing or sour mashing? And fermentation time. I do appreciate a little good fermentation discussion.
Fermentation, yes. Yeah, I do want to know about their operation. Are they sourcing it? Or what if they are sourcing? What are they doing
to
it?
Are they barrels?
Are they just presenting? Yeah, air seasoning's good. Yeah, how long are they air seasoning the barrels? That's a good thing. That's what a pro cares about, because you're talking about are they into the process where they care to do the little things that are going to have a big impact on the taste of that whiskey? Because a lot of them don't care. They're just running a recipe that they think is going to be good, and then they're going to hope that the barrel takes care of it. Well, the barrel may take care of it if you're willing to sit on that whiskey for about 6 to 8 years. If you're willing to put shit in that barrel and then wait 6 to 8 years, it might come out being okay. But you know what? If you're not going to do that, I don't think most craft whiskeys are going to do that. You need to think about the things that are going to make it taste better when it's younger, because that's what you're going to be dealing with if you want some cash flow. So
you brought up a good point there, Steve. At 6 to 8 years, what are some of the amateurs looking for? Age statements. You put 6 to 8 years on there, and all of a sudden it's, oh boy, it's really special. When I'll show you a 24, 34 month grain product.
Exactly.
That's been a char 3 heavy toast on a barrel, and let's see what happens.
We didn't
there.
talk about that with amateurs, but that is an amateur thing.
No.
Going all in on an age statement. You shouldn't go all in on an age statement because that doesn't necessarily talk to quality. It doesn't talk to how that's going to taste or anything else. It's just an age statement. It's just a number. Oh. What do you think, Von Nieters? What are pros like?
On a label.
Oh, go ahead, McNew.
No, I was going to say an age statement is a meaningless thing on a label that you don't really care after a while. Sorry, I was interrupting.
It really, McNew, but you're right though. It really doesn't matter because everything should come down to taste. Fancy labeling, bottles, all that stuff can be cool and it can add to your experience of drinking whiskey. But the thing that really is going to truly matter is how it tastes. And And
especially when they don't connect the dots that somebody's issuing a 10-year-old age-stated product on their shelf of their distillery, and their distillery's only been open for 4 years.
Yeah.
So now you really got to dig into that one.
I don't understand when people get confused by that, but there's a lot of people that do. They're like, oh, they made that. Well, it's 10 years old. How do they,
That's where the pros, somebody who's more educated, trying to understand the product. And these are not questions you would ask the standard tour guides either, folks out there. A little PSA. The standard tour guides may not know these answers.
They're not going to.
So what you want to do is ask at the end of the tour is one of the distillers around that you can ask some questions to. Yeah. They have a moment to step aside to answer some of those questions. Because you ask this to the standard tour guides, they will most likely give you a non-answer, which is going to leave you frustrated. They just don't know. They're not into that stuff yet. They're not there yet.
Yeah. Well.
And don't be that person answering all the questions when they ask you the basic questions either.
Yeah, you don't want to be that person.
That's a pro move. Don't do that. Don't be that person. Let that person go to do their job.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think as a bourbon pro, you're more of a sponge. You're taking in information rather than just trying to say you know it all.
Yeah.
And
so
go ahead.
No, I was gonna say if I'm on a tour that like that Steve didn't curate or put together, if I'm just a general person on a general tour, I just hang out in the background because like I really don't care what they're talking about. I've been there, done that. Like I'm just like, get me to the tasting. That's where I want to get.
Right.
Don't want to see the tours anymore.
Hell yeah. What else do you think that pros care about?
I think they're looking for the harder stuff to get, but not like allocated hard stuff to get. More like a single barrel that you haven't seen before, and something that you can try as well before you purchase it, because you're going off of taste, not what's the mash bill or whatever.
Right. Yeah, you might be getting excited about a new product if you're a pro, but it might not be the things that the newbies are excited about. Like when I see like Yellowstone's coming out with a rum cask finish, I'm like, oh yeah, I want to try that. I want to see what's going on. What Steve Beam got up his sleeve, because I respect that guy, right. And I want to see what he's. I get excited about that, and it doesn't necessarily have to be a thing that's impossible to find. It can be something that you like the personnel, you like how they make whiskey, and you want to see what they got next. So yeah. Yeah.
Right.
So then that just leads us to the most basic, where craft is where it's at, right? But not all craft is good.
Quality is where it's at.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, and that goes back to, what do you like to drink?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because, I still find myself buying Wild Turkey products quite often, and, it's a heritage brand.
I find myself not buying those things, other than maybe some cast strength. If it's a cast strength barrel pick, I just am stuck on the cast strength. I just like the higher proof, and most of the heritage brands and their regular products are going to be 100 proof or less, and it just doesn't do it for me. So I tend to want things in the 115 range, and
so
some of the heritage things if you do barrel pick.
What's the proof on the Neely that you're drinking right now?
The Neely is, it's going to be low, but let's see, it is 108.6.
108.6, and yet you said it was delicious, and it wasn't high proof.
Correct. But you know why it's 108.6 proof? It's cask strength, meaning that he distilled that at a lower proof. He's thinking about distilling something going into the barrel at 95 proof. And then if it drops a few proof, it might be a 90 proof cask strength offering. And I like that because, as a pro knows, there's a difference between a 90 proof cask strength offering where you can taste the grain and you can taste what's in that whiskey versus a 90 proof heritage brand where they've proofed it down with a bunch of water. They've diluted that whiskey, and that's a totally different thing.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a really good point.
Right.
I don't want products where the original grains have been stripped out of them.
Yes.
If they're traditional bourbon flavors, I think we're all caught, and the whole industry's caught on caramels and vanillins. Well, that's coming out of the barrel. That's coming out of the wood. And that's generally overaged. So I don't want to lose the grain flavors. That's why I love the tasting. So I'll throw a grain forward whiskey in these blind tastings. And a lot of people don't like it. They're like, well, I can't taste caramel in there, but I taste all this other stuff. This is weird, but it's interesting. It's interesting, but it's not their favorite. But it's interesting. They want to learn more because it's such a shock to the system. How's this a bourbon? I don't get caramels and vanillins out of this, or brown sugar, or I'm not getting this thing. And it's like, because it's hot stilled, non-chill filtered. Barrel entry proofs are different. There's just so much more to that because I think that a lot of folks have to expand their palate, and that's what I look for. I don't want I'm enjoying a Penelope toasted for what it's worth. Would I go out buy another bottle of this whole thing for a tasting potentially because people like Penelope? But to switch somebody up, I'd rather have a Lee W. Sinclair, a 4-grain, or a 4-grain bourbon out of Deerham or something like that, where we're not losing the grain flavors, not stripping all that stuff out of it.
I think you made a point without making it, Tim, is we care who made it. We're like, who's the distiller there? Because that's worth its weight. Like, who made it? We care about that. Because I think movies are like, oh, it came from this distillery. Okay, that could have been 5 different distillers. They just hire somebody to run the thing, run the still. But
that's a great point. McNew's on fire. McNew, you should just leave. Hang up and leave because you had a great night. So just leave now. You can only go downhill from here. What I agree about McNew is because you see amateurs do this kind of stuff. We have an area called Herman, Missouri. There's 6 distilleries in Herman, Missouri. And I tell you what, for the most part, you're getting some really bad stuff. And the funny thing is there's one of them that actually rebrands under 3 different names. They're making all the stuff. It's all the same stuff. They're putting it in a bottle under 3 different names, but they have 3 different buildings. So it's not like it's in the same distillery, but under a different name. People kind of get that. Hey, you can have different brands. But when you put a totally different building, they think that represents 3 different distilleries. No, you're drinking the exact same goddamn thing under a different label, under a different name. People don't care. They don't care who made it. They think all distilleries are the same. Actually, a newbie thinks a distillery is a distillery. A distiller is a distiller. Everyone distills. They're all the same. If it's tastes different, it's by happenstance. No, it's not by happenstance. It's by people who are committed to doing the job.
It's on purpose.
Yeah, exactly.
Something that pros know that newbies don't. You can get good bourbon outside of Kentucky.
Yes, you can. Indiana, Missouri. Ohio, even I don't like to give Ohio credit.
Wisconsin.
They have some
Colorado.
good distilleries.
Middle West doing some great stuff. I got watershed in my July.
Colorado.
Who just won New Orleans?
Silverback.
Silverback.
Silverback out of Afton, Virginia.
2 years in a row.
2 years in a row, a two-peat. Yeah. Fantastic stuff.
New Orleans every time they go. Yep.
Yeah, they do. So, good for them. They deserve it. They're making good stuff. They're dedicated to the process. And, it shows. It shows. And just so many people. If you're a pro, you can ask the questions where you can figure out who's going to be onto that. I'm telling you, you can figure out who's going to be good and not just by talking to them. You don't need to even taste their whiskey. You'll know what their whiskey's going to taste like.
As a pro, do we care about the awards? I think when they come out of New Orleans, I'm like, okay, I have a grasp on who tasted this, who judged it. And I know it's a blind judging. But I'm like, okay, great. Different people tasted this. It's probably very good to multiple palates. When it comes out of San Francisco, I question it. So as a pro, do you question where the awards come from?
Sure. I think so.
Yeah.
I think awards are always under question, no matter where they come from, actually. So, it's because there's no pure way to do it. There's really not. So
that goes back to everybody's opinion is going to be different. Everybody's taste is different.
Yeah.
I think at best it might give you, if something wins enough awards, it's probably worth tasting for yourself. Then to put it on your radar where you should taste it. Again, that doesn't mean it's good. It doesn't mean it's worthy of those awards, but it may put it on your radar where it's like you can give it a chance. So I think that's worth trying out. So
no need to go buy everything they got on the shelf. Give it a try.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially when there's 10,000 brands, it's like, how do you figure out what's good? Well, maybe you watch some of those awards, and if they win enough, then they hit the radar. So, something like Doc Swinson's. How's Doc Swinson's any different than any of the other 1,000 source brands? Well, they've started winning some awards, so maybe it's worth trying, and then seeing if that's one that's worth your time and effort. So
that brings me to another point. We don't give a shit about celebrity brands.
Oh, God,
we just write those off. Like, you sourced it, you're involved. We don't care. But I think if they started winning awards, we might be interested. They're not. Generally, they're not. But
I'm surprised they don't. I guess they figured they got all the PR they need out of the celebrity.
Yeah, they're not entering. So they're not even entering.
I don't think so. I don't think there's a whole lot of celebrity.
Once they release it, they get it. Enough of these people just buying the bottles just because of the name on it that they're making their money back already.
Right. It's true. So, well, there you go. There's a look at the things that pros care about. It's part 2 of 2. And hopefully you've enjoyed this journey of amateurs versus pros, what they care about. So on that note, we'll wrap this one up, as we always do, by talking about where people can find us. Von Nieters, we'll start with you. Where can people find you?
You can find me on Instagram at Von Nieters.
KK.
You can find me on Instagram at KKCastStrength.
Swide on the set.
You can find me on Instagram at SwyGuy2112 and on YouTube at Our Flagship Whiskey.
McNew.
On Instagram at McNew ABV.
All right, for me, I'm an easy guy to find. I'm at Steve Akeley on Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. I've got a website, steveakeley.com. We've also got a company website, that thing's abvnetwork.com. Check it out. Everything that we do is out there. We put all of our previous shows, blogs, so much more. abvnetwork.com. Come by and see us, the ABV Barrel Shop, the place where you can try before you buy. You can become a bourbon pro as well. You just need to taste through some stuff. We'll talk you through that, and we'll tell you everything that you need to know about those brands. So check us out online, abvbarrelshop.com. Sign up for our email distribution there. That would be awesome. McNew, anything else to say before we get out of here?
I would like to remind the audience to please give us a 5-star review. That includes comments. It helps new people find the show, which is very important to us. And if you like what we're doing, we ask that you please visit our Patreon page at patreon.com/the-ABV-network.
Great job today, gang. For audience, we'll have a brand new show for you tomorrow. Looking forward to that. Until then, take care, everybody. See ya.
Bye.
Everyone. Adios.
Peace. Before we let you go, let's talk about one last thing. The ABV Barrel Shop in the St. Louis community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on a couple of things. First of all, single barrels. We are the place where single barrels live. We go to distilleries, taste through the whiskey, select the best barrel, and have it shipped to our store where we present it to you, our customers, by allowing you to try before you buy. We're also known for the classes that we have in our education center in the store, as well as the events we have with industry professionals from the bourbon business. If you are in the St. Louis area, please come by and visit us at 6 Fox Valley Center in Arnold, Missouri. Or at a minimum, at least sign up for our email and text distribution so you know exactly what's going on in our shop over at abvbarrelshop.com. This is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network, signing off. We thank you for listening to our programming and truly appreciate your support.
The Bourbon Daily is part of the ABV Network. For more information or to become a sponsor, please visit abvnetwork.com. Thanks for listening and cheers.
This has been a Steve Akeley production.